So we'll be learning the fundamentals of real estate and also get to know more about Corrado World International. I know most of us are curious and most of us are really like, okay, what's this brand all about? What's Corrado World all about? We are beyond real estate. Yes, we are beyond real estate. Why did I say this? Because we are creating generational wealth. That is what we stand for at Corrado World International. So few minutes from now, we'll be officially kickstarting the program for today. And I want to say thank you for joining us. Thank you for being part of this real estate masterclass. I know some of you here have attended one or two of our program. Some of you, this is the first time. And I want to specially say thank you to one of our clients is here, although some of them are on their way coming. So you're welcome. Is he? Pastor Dennis, thank you for honoring my invitation. I really appreciate it. It's one of our clients. Really appreciate. Thank you for coming. And also I want to appreciate the one of the managers of this place, Sir Ikeshuku. Thank you for joining us. I was so surprised. I didn't know that he was the one. Thank you very much. So like I said, what was real estate? I'm not teaching, no. I just want to just talk. Real estate, what's real estate? Some people think that real estate is just the land. Real estate is not only the land. There's more to it. The dynamics is broad. So today you are going to learn how to create wealth through real estate. Majority of persons, they have land, but they don't know how to make money with this land that they have. Example, my father. My dad, he have land. My father have land, and I didn't mean my dad is from River State. I know that he would have actually shared his property already, because my experience ever since I've been in this Port Harcourt, some of my experiences, I've seen fathers that are still alive, their children have one or two of their properties already ongoing. But robo men, until they leave the world before they will share their property, they will not start. So my dad have lands in the village because he's the only surviving son in the family with his sister. So there's land. We have vast land in the village. I was like, it was when I joined real estate, I started working with Corrado World. That was when I was like, ha. So my dad have plenty money like this. You don't even know how to even generate wealth from this. You don't know anything about it. I say, ha, it is well low. So the first time I told my dad that, oh, I'm working with a real estate company, I'm not a real estate consultant, he was like, oh, that's good, that's nice. I said, okay. So now you know I'm driving out. Say, okay. So when I come, we're actually going to discuss more about that. So you see that most people, they have the land. So it's not just about the land. Every other structure that is on the land, that is the real estate. Everything that is on the land, it comprises this place you have now. This is real estate, and the real estate have other types. We have different types of real estate. So all these things you get to know more in this session. Feel free to ask your question. This is an opportunity. Opportunity comes there once. This might be the only master class you might attend again about real estate. Or maybe the other real estate masterclass that the company is going to fix, we might not come back to what we want to teach today. So anything that you need to grab it. Everything you need to grab it. All the questions you want to ask it. My boss, the CEO of Corrado World International, is here to answer that question, blasting the question. And after the program, meet any of us, answers your question. So I want to thank every one of you for being here we are used to doing evening programs, so I want to say tonight, and this place is really bright. So thank you for honoring our invitation. Thank you for coming. There are more persons coming. Despite the rain, you guys came on time. Thank you very much. We really appreciate. So we'll be taking our opening prayer, and I would like to pass the mic to a very special person. It does not know that he's the one that is going to take opening prayer. It's a surprise. For coming on time, it's a surprise. So I want to specially call on our able client. It's very special to us, Pastor Dennis, to please do us the pleasure to take our opening prayer for this program. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, so I'm going to be teaching strategies that I know I use that has worked for me.
This is what.
Okay, It has worked for me. It has worked for me.
If there's any question,
By the way, Credo World turned 3 years
to go
today,
outside too.
and yeah, 3 years, 3 years, 3 good years today. All right, yes, as a company, Credo World as a real estate company turned 3 years today. So within 3 years, our clientele base has moved. Okay, about today we have over 220 clients already that have patronized us for the past 3 years. I think that's an amazing one. Friends, I can also connect together for that, please. Yes, okay. And we sold over 3,500 plots actually. Alright, so that but this is just within 3 years. And believe you me, we started with one location, and right now we have about 5 in Port Harcourt and 2 in Abuja that we just launched. One in Lube, one in Jabi, sorry, and the other one is at Kodo in Abuja. Please, I think we should put hands together for that. All right, so for me, I hold the thanks to all our clients. I really want to, this morning I spent time thanking the staffs of Creative World. It's not easy in a field when you're talking to a client and they are seeing what they are saying is not what you're saying. All right. After talking to like 10 persons, out of the 10, sometimes 9 of them will be telling you you're a 4-star, you're a this, they are taking land, they are doing this, and yet they still choose to be part of the system. For me, it's not just a win for me, it's a win for everybody. We're going to be rolling out programs that we're going to be doing this week. We're going to be thanking our clients. We said it, we'll start the first 5 clients that patronize us in the history of Credo. We're visiting them this week, and we're telling them a special thank you for believing in us. All right, so this morning, like I said before, we're going to be looking at the bonus stuff before we go into details. After now, I think the director, Pastor Gosde, has something also for us. So after now, we're going to give him the mic. But let's look at the winning growth strategies. The winning growth strategies. Do I have something to put my notebook on top? Do I? Can somebody help me if I have something? Okay, the winning growth strategy. That's what we are going to be looking at this morning. All right. First of all, we need to understand why do business fail? Why do business fail? All right. Is it because the person doesn't have good intention, or is it because the person is not skillful enough? Why the business fail? All right. When I tell people when I started business, and for me, it's a thing of joy. Sometimes when I tell people, age 13, I was working. All right, and some persons will laugh. Are you sure what you're saying is real? Of course it's real, because we didn't have that luxury life for family. We didn't have that glamorous family life that we should have. Okay, and of course it started this way. But we started so actively. I started so actively very, very early. Very, very early. Okay, this year will make SWAG TV 17 years. All right, so please, so when I say 17 years, this year's will make SWAG TV 17 years. So you see how Credo World leverage on what? On SWAG TV. Okay, and I used to tell people, I said, good day, sir. Good to see you. That's one of our clients. Please put your hands together for him. I'm going to talk about his story. I had a wonderful experience with him. He has been with us for over 1 year plus, and this is the first time I'm seeing that after the second time he came to the office. Good to see you. There is one client that did not even give any stress for 1 year. He's among those people. And I want to say thank you. I really want to appreciate people like this. Okay, they are the reason why we're here today. All right. So business do not fail because of lack of hard work. Business, now you can put in all the hard work and yet your business can still fail. So you cannot sustain your business because of its hard work. Now people talk about, I've worked very hard, I've labored very hard, I've done this very, very hard. But if that is the reason why you think your business will not fail, you are lying. The reason why business fail is lack of strategies. It's lack of strategies. So your business fails because you lack strategies, not because you lack hard work. All right? Not because you lack hard work, it's because you lack strategies. Okay, so you've seen people, they put in everything. They can even tell you they work. They can even tell you they will tell you that, you know, I used to tell people, now I don't misquote me. Okay, don't misquote me. I used to see people when they are talking, okay, and they said, oh, you cannot say you want to be a billionaire and you're sleeping. You should work all night, you work all day. All right, sir. Thank you, sir. But do you know that if there is a proper strategy, remember, I'm going to be separating this conversation so you will know the place you fell into. All right, because there's something, you know, I used to tell my staff, I said, when I tell you that marketing is not all about forcing people to come and buy, it's showing people your product and allowing them to make decisions. It's showing them the value and allowing them to make decisions. It has a stage. It has a stage. So sometimes people just pick out that one and do. It has a stage. And if you don't wait for that right stage to do that one, your business will not grow. Believe you me, your business will not grow. Your business will not expand. It will not move forward. So there is always, thank you, sir. So there is always a time for that. All right, thank you. Okay, so let's look at the strategies here. Okay, now, first of all, you need to understand that putting effort in your business is very important. But most importantly, you need to have a direction. All right, so we're looking at the winning growth strategies. Okay, putting effort in your business is important. Okay, but you need to also know that direction is more important than speed. Direction is more important than speed. Direction is more important than speed. Okay, yes. So when you're running a business, or you want to run a business, or you're working with someone, let me put those three analyses down. Okay, the first thing you should ask yourself is, what do I want to achieve? I'm not sure you understand what I'm saying. What do I want to achieve? What is my target? Where am I heading to? Because whether you like it or not, distractions will come. Oh, believe you me, a lot of distractions has come my way. A lot, not one, so many. All right, but because you have a direction, and some of them might be lovely speed for you to get to the next bus stop, lovely idea, lovely speed. But if you don't have a direction and you're not focused, there is every tendency that you settle for the immediate comfort and you will lose the big bites in front of you. Okay, so sometimes some person sees me and they said, where is it coming from? No, I'm always there, but you're just seeing it now for the first time. I'm not sure you understand what I'm saying. So your direction is very important. If you want to build $1 billion, that's when you want to increase your portfolio to maybe like 5 billion. All right, in 20 years. You will not wait for that 20 years. All right, you will start putting it down from today. Am I right? So you tell yourself, how can I save? How can I put monies together every day that will make me to achieve my target in 20 years time? All right, we're talking where that this our property in Omagua we want to start developing by Monday. We're still talking and everything, and I told the engineers, I said, in next 5 years from now, 4-5 years, I want us to have the first 20 units of 2-bedroom duplex in this place. And the guy looked at me. Why was he telling me 5 years? My mind was telling me, but we can achieve this thing. We can achieve this thing in 4 years. So I now say 4-5 years, so you know that there is a space. All right, but we must achieve it. But let me tell you how we wait. We will not wait in that 5 years and just expect everything to come. What's the first step? The first step is what we want to do Monday, Tuesday. First is to take the dozers to the land and clear everything. That's the first step. That's the first step that will lead us to that thing that we're talking about. All right, then the engineers come. Oh, this I want to do at drainage. This I want to do. This is the measurement. This is it. That's the step to achieving the what? The 200. All right, the 200 units in the next 5 years. So that is the direction. So the direction is we are all going where? This path. So direction is very important. So if you have a team that is working with you, direction is very, very important. Don't focus. I say this to young people, Pastor help me. I say this to young people. Okay, I don't know if you observe it. I say this to young people. Do you know young people, we are very fast to show up. We're very fast to show up. We're very, very fast to show up. I was talking to the director of media. I said, you people have made me a celebrity in this mall. Do you know that I come to this mall every day, every single day? But almost 99% of people here doesn't even know I own Swag and Create the World. They just, most people have asked me severally, where do you walk around this mall? A lady was talking to me the other day and she was asking me, do you receive up to 50,000 monthly? I smile. I smile. You understand? I smile because, and I love it that way. Yeah. What are you showing up for? We show up too early. So the time you're supposed to shaping that step that you're heading to, who cares if you're wearing the latest designers? Come on, talk to me. Who cares? Okay, who cares? You want to build a multinational business? My guy, go back inside and let the work start here. Because see, it is your work that will announce you, not you yourself. I've been to a lot of places, and while talking, sometimes they will even think I came to talk on behalf of whoever I'm talking to. So when they finally found out I'm Yuna, how do you start this stuff? You've come a long way. So the easy thing is the direction is what that helped me. So we're going to be looking at 7 key points we're going to look at in framework, the 7 growth framework. The first one is mindset. The second one is marketing. The third one is money. And the fourth one is system. The fifth one is team. The sixth is legacy. I'm going to stop with that. But let's take the first one, mindset. All right, 7 growth framework. The first one is mindset. The first one is mindset. Where you're working right now, what do you want to achieve? All right, in the next, don't say 1 year, please, I'm sorry. In the next 5 years, in the next 7 years, in the next 10 years. I asked some persons, I said, if you stop working today, the monies you save, how long will it sustain you? How long will it sustain you? If you stop working today, the monies you've invested, the things you've done, how long will it sustain you? How long will it sustain you? So your mindset is very, very important. Small mindset cannot build big business. Small mindset cannot build big business. When your mindset is small, you cannot build big business. If Pastor God is ready, let me know. If your mindset is small, you cannot build big business. Okay, now you need to culture the growth mindset. Now, this is one thing I always tell people: failure is a feedback, it's not the final destination when you're building a brand. I don't know if you understand. How many of you, please, if you know, I would like a signal. Let me know I'm talking to people. All right. Do you get? Failure is what? Is a feedback. not a final destination when you're building a business, when you're working in a place, when you're the managing director or whatever you are, the manager, whatever you are, you should understand that failure is a feedback. The reason why most of us do not have the ability to move forward is because we are even scared that what about if I fail? The question is, what about if you win? Why answer yourself if you fail? Is that the only thing you have in your mindset? Look at how mindset is very important. Mindset is very important. If you fail, and so what? Are you the first? What will people say? And so what? If you sleep, they will say. If you do not sleep, they will say something. Then what are you scared of? So what are you scared of? You're running a business and you told someone, oh, we're getting this thing done tomorrow, and that tomorrow came and you were not able to, and the person called, you say, you didn't do this, you promised this. All right, that's what we have in our country, and the person is complaining and you feel you fail. And so what? Go back and tell the person, I'm sorry, sir. All right, I'm sorry, I'm going to make it better. I'm going to make it better. I'm going to make it better. Oh, your product is bad. I'm sorry. I will make it better. You go back, you study more to make that thing what better. Because when it comes to everybody have option A, option B, option C, option D. So anyone can go. So if the first one is not working, the second one can go. Please, I'm waiting for Pastor God's. The second one can go. Okay, now I always thought this thing, you need to also understand why growing your mindset, you need to also know that you need to upgrade your identity yourself, grow your business by growing yourself. Now, people spend time to grow their business. All right, this part is very important. People spend time to grow their business, but they don't grow their own self. Now, how do you grow yourself? Okay, is by learning about your business. Is by putting money in your business, educating your mind. That is the greatest weapon ever. I was talking to my client, my staff the other day. I said, it's because we went for a real estate business class with Dr. Stephen Akitayo in Abuja. That was how we're able to get Abuja. So the result of that money we spend is the result of the Abuja property. But it did not end there. So for every year, I keep attending the same person. Last year, I did 2 courses with the Real Estate MasterClass, the CEO Development. Believe you me, these are classes that run into hundreds of thousands. All right. Then this year again, we've done one, and I was talking to my friend and I said, I'm going to another one again. All right. I'm going to another one again in Qatar next month. Why? Because I need to upgrade myself, and when I upgrade myself, it will help what? The business. So if you want your business to grow, if you want that place you have to have, you need to upgrade yourself first. Stop you're looking for money, we need to do this one. Yet, as you're looking for that money, look for money for yourself first. Because when you educate your mind, you upgrade your mind, your business will also move forward. I've been asking for Pastor God's. This is not supposed to be the class I will be taking today. Please come and hand over this mic. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to end with it. Let's come. Is real estate master class. I'm not supposed to be teaching business. All right. So I'm going to end with this. I'm waiting for you. I'm going to end with this. Okay, marketing. All right, marketing. Okay, marketing. Marketing. Visibility. You need visibility, all right, that will drive your business, or that will drive whatever thing that you're doing. You need visibility to do that. All right. And there's a difference between marketing and sales. There's a difference between marketing and sales. There's a difference between marketing and sales. Let me throw this question to the audience. What do you understand by the word marketing, and what do you understand by the word sales? Please, I'll need a mic. What do you understand by the word marketing, and what do you understand by the word sales? So I'll need a mic. So if you hear marketing, what do you understand by the word marketing? Can somebody help me? All right, thank you. Pastor Dennis, need a mic. Thank you. Okay, Pastor, sir. Please, let's listen. We're learning.
Marketing, let me just go straight to that. It's 30 people know about the book.
All right. All right. Okay. Let's done together for Pastor. All right. Yes, that is marketing. All right. Letting people to know about your product. All right. So that means, Pastor, you have to help us in sales now. All right. So I will say sales. Give it to Pastor. Then Pastor, let me give Pastor.
That is actually when you're able to succeed in every person gets your product.
By your product. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Pastor, sir. Thank you. Put your hands together for you. So this is where a lot of us are getting it wrong. All right, Pastor, you're 100% right. Now we assume marketing to be sales. We assume. So we're pushing market. You see why a lot of persons don't succeed in their business. Remember what I said? Okay, it's strategies. So you're putting your hard work, but all your energy is going on marketing, and you're not closing sales. So the marketing is good because people need to know you, all right? Because if they don't know you, they cannot buy from you. So at what point, if I'm having conversation with a client, at what point will I pause and now move to sales? Now I've told you everything about my product, okay? I need to switch to what? To sales. So we need to understand the difference between these two. And I want to say thank you. Let's officially move into the MasterClass for today. Thank you everyone for your time. Pastor, just over to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time. And of course, I'm also fail to recognize the youth privilege given by the boss of all bosses. Please, can you please join me? Just put our hands together and I appreciate you. Putting up this organization, we understand in this country, it is not an easy thing to do business, specifically in Nigeria, because of our system. But however, they said life is easy if you know what to do. Boss, thank you. And of course, I'd like to also appreciate the management team for their relentless effort, ensuring that each day, no matter the challenges that come, we skate through and we're making progress. I appreciate. And of course, for you being here today, you are the reason for this moment. Please, can you please applaud yourself now? Thank you. Applaud yourself very well. Okay, I believe we are here now. Thank you. Okay, what about, you heard quite a number of things. And today, probably this is not your first time to be in any RSA masterclass. Perhaps today is your first time with Cradle World International. It is important that you understand that our boss, I remember my first time in this program, I talked about, what's your name, for God's sake? I told people I'm going for a program and they say, who is organizing? I say, boss of all bosses. They say, what? And somebody even called me. I said, where are you? I'm there now. I said, who is, I said, boss of all bosses. He said, you are not serious. He was, in fact, immediately after that, about 5 minutes, and I asked the question, in the program here, sir, I don't know, when I tell people that, okay, was not actually here, it's on the other side. I think was a VIP stuff. And I showed the picture, a short video of what was happening there. And he said, okay, tell me the name. It was also another Herculean task at that moment. Of course, Mr. The CEO, the chief owner, founder, chief executive officer of this great entity, Mr. John Crado Omojeksu, is a dynamic individual. Of course, you would not wonder, because you can only give what you have. I can't be telling you he's a dynamic individual with just mouth. And we are saying that we are about 3 years, and if I'm not mistaken, exact 3 years now. So there should be evidence to prove that this is what you said about this person, at least for 3 years, sufficiently to be able to prove that. Now, Crowd World, I'd like to talk about what Crowd World is all about now. Thank you. We understand. And when you listen to some of his statements, you keep hearing that we should always learn to start small. A Crowd World, we believe in taking opportunity for places, what you call bush today, and of course, turning it into a city tomorrow. We believe it's not just you having a piece of land, but a piece of land where you can have peace in your heart. You know, some persons succeeded, oh, I bought a land, I have a landed property now. But before the next 2 days, they are either in one community summoned, or one police station, or one lawyer or the other. And that's not the essence of it. And this is what Crado World International stand for. We give you value, not just you buy the land. You have peace of mind. And I can assure you, whatever you are doing in terms of business, and you don't have peace of mind, the greatest profit anybody can have in any business is peace of mind. I can assure you that, and say that over and over again. You can move on. Now, what's our vision? We believe it's not just about our drive in Crowd World International. It's not just about instant gratification. What's in for me now? What's in for me now? Well, we're not saying that you having something now is not important. But you see, whatever is happening around you now is about the decision you took yesterday. And if you want a better you, a better environment, a better access today, it simply means that you need to plan for the tomorrow. And that's why Crowd World is about creating generational wealth. And when you focus on creating generational wealth, you are invariably making yourself comfortable. The future is already, when you have the hope of your future be guaranteed, you are settled. I'm almost tempted to start. I just realized that this is not it's not a church pulpit. Permit me. I like you to know, once you know that your tomorrow is guaranteed, the way you go about your things, your activity, the way you talk, the way you reason, this rash nation, this hustling nation, it's like you are in a battle with everybody, anyone that comes around you, is greatly reduced. Why? Because there is this assurance with evidence that your tomorrow is settled. This is what Crowd World International is all about. Crowd World is not just allowing you to buy land. We go about giving you What do you want? How do you want it? What are you looking into? You buy land, you are buying strategic business, whatever they call it, models, advice, counsels, and of course consultation, all about free. Sometimes you do not even know the next thing you are going to do. Credit World calls you. How about you? How are you doing? Do you realize that this your land is going to be something like this? They give you information, proud hand. And let me tell you, in business, what you need is information. Our vision is not just creating generational wealth, because some people feel that I am not okay. They are asking me to be thinking about those that are coming that I don't even know. That's one of the discouraging points for so many. I beg myself first. And that's the irony of life. You actually really do not succeed until you start thinking about others. The moment your focus is about you, you are not going to leave that circle. So in Credit World, we dedicate not just our time for you, organizations, individuals. If you want to do just about you, for example, 1 to 3 of you may not be related by blood, and by association, you meet yourself and you know that, okay, you are working in the same place or do the same business together, and you find out that, oh, Credit World had this great opportunity. What do I do? You can put yourself together and get some counsel, consultations, and you just realize that in that your business, in that your office, Credit World did not just come to sell land to you, also grant you that opportunity, that privilege of investing what you have. You know, the one good thing about money is that you have this dual face. It's a friend and it's an enemy. What does that supposed to mean? The money is a friend if you have the capacity to multiply in it. The money is your enemy if all you know is to keep it. Because as you keep it, it's more like this volatile substance. The more you look, the less you see. You think you are keeping it. Open your eye, I discover even if it's still there, the value has long depreciated. At Credit World, we save families and individuals out of this quagmire. Of course, perhaps let me just fulfill of this on to all righteousness, fulfilling all righteousness. Biography of Credit World, we understand that around January 5th, 2022, the first Credit Estate Abara started, mostly with just about 100 plots. And of course, by the time, let me just run through down, in March 2023, of course, we launched what we call the CEO and Hangout and Real Estate TV, a platform that is dedicated to discuss real estate trends. And of course, the same month, there was another opportunity in opening of Crado City, Odagwa. Of course, if you ask me, Crado City is like a revolving happening every now and then. If only you put your hand on the tab of what is happening at Odagwa. I used to think that Odagwa is about Crado World, but I discovered that one of the very salient happening in this river state is Odagwa. I know when you leave this place, find out, you can use internet will also help you. There's a lot happening for everyone who is business oriented, who's determined about creating a substance for the future, and assuring himself or his family and organization if he happened to be in that entity tomorrow. Odagwa is in thing. So about 2,000 plot was also launched in that same 2023. By December of that same 2023, of course, estate, the Boss Super Estate in Abara was also launched. In 2024, I found that popularly known, of course, the boss of all bosses that we are started of this money, advanced training in real estate, completing. Of course, he has also told us briefly. So I would like to save energy on that one. You see, one thing about him, his dynamism is as a result of this continuing mindset to understand that life is about It's a lifelong learning adventure. It's a lifelong learning adventure. If you stop learning, they said you start dying. So his dynamism is the drive to continually seek knowledge, and not just the cheap one. Sometimes they put up a program. Coincidentally, we started would I call it now, one of his chief mentors started doing a program that while I was in school, somebody sent to me. I started participating. But there are some I could not because I don't have the phone. And I've checked. When I get closer to him, I discovered that most of this one that runs into millions, he was attending. So don't let anybody tell you or confuse you that education is a scam. If you want to make it in business, just know this is one of those many opportunities that this personal drive and following up with evidence to making it grow every day. And of course, if the organization is growing, that simply means that everything rests on the head. So yes, everything rests on the head. If the head is not dynamic, it's not growing, it's not making effort to grow, no matter how you shout, your company won't grow. I think we should just celebrate the boss of all bosses a moment again. Let's do that. Of course, when you celebrate somebody, you're invariably celebrating yourself. Thank you. Thank you. So, of course, he keep developing himself. I just make mention of. Of course, we went further and creating what we call the moment continue, of course, in June 2024, where we launched the Crado Estate in Obirikwere and Sophia Prime Estate. You get almost all of these when you keep participating in our programs and activities. You have flyers, book, and things that will put all these things so you can always reflect on them. And of course, sooner than you expect, apart from our social media handles, the website will be ready. So you can go there, let me go and verify. But I don't think you will verify, website will do a better verification than a physical office. But I'll leave that one to you. Thank you. Now, by October 2024, we expanded further with the launch of a new Odagwa, following by the addition of 2 more sites in February 2025, bringing the total to 4 development within Kado City, Odagwa, Eche. And I've told you, when people talking about Eche, you're lacking the information of what's happening around you. Eche is not just one small community where you have 7 houses. Eche is entire local government. Get the information about the community itself, so that you're thinking that there was a place in River State, what they call the RLO4, does not make every part of River State where you have extrajudicial killing. People are living here, doing good business, living good life. Schools are here, and so many churches are here, mosques are here. So have a rethink, because they said half knowledge, or what they call half education, is a disease. That Eche that you are having in mind, there are beautiful aspects of Eche you do not know. As you seek more knowledge about it, your understanding will increase, you discover will increase, and you discover that, you are invariably robbing yourself of very vital information that could give you the future you actually desire. Of course, in April 2025, April, when I said April, I hope you know I'm not talking about a year now. April is about 3 months ago. Am I correct? April, 3 months ago, I'm correct. No, I want to be sure that I'm talking to you. April is not 3 months ago. Okay, give me, Oh, you mean last month? Fantastic. I understand that, because I talked about that now. So, do you know that people who were ignoring me before, about Crado, immediately they saw, I didn't call them, they saw the flyer on my status. They were the one who called me. Akomo, you mean that you people are in Abuja? If we are not in Abuja, will I tell you we are in Abuja? We were not in Abuja all this way. I wasn't talking about we are in Abuja. Now that you see me say that we are in Abuja, so you mean, see, people are waiting, but don't allow them to determine the speed and the rate with which you get to where you're going. Your dream, your vision is personal to you. The world is moving on. You heard the boss talking just this moment, a bit of the tea before we started. He was also saying that about the first five clients to Crowded World going to be having some very juicy visit about this week thereabout. Now, do you know that when those people were believing in Crowded, there was 1,001 of them. I said, I better leave these people. I better leave those people. Leave this young man. Wow. In just 3 years, a lot has been done. A lot has been achieved. Of course, we have a community of over 18 orators, and we have a lot in stock that you will get to know. And we are trusting that you don't just join this, attend this program today, and just like every other one, but as you live here, you become a part and parcel of Credit World International. Why? Not just having a piece of land, but also take part in the business aspect of it. This is where your future is not guaranteed. And we have a passage where we have what we call the Rhetor's Corner. We have what we call the Club 1000, and now we also have what we call the Executive. Now the Crowded World, what we call the 1000 Club 1000 of Crowded World, is the drive of the personal belief of the CEO to ensure that whether you are in real estate or you have your own personal business, or you want to create a business by yourself, or you're already on it but you want it to grow so that you can have a sustainable future in terms of creating wealth, or what we call wealth creation. Now, this is what he do to ensure that put up classes, mentoring, teaching you, giving you opportunity that are available, teach you business skills so that you can excel. That may be and may not also be directed to the real estate. But for you to have enrolled, synchronize yourself, relate with Credit World on that level, then if you are interested in real estate and what we now call the Rhetor's Corner, you have an opportunity to also join. And this particular one, in fact, let me repeat the first one I make mention of. For you to be part of our Rhetor's Corner, you just need about 20,000 naira registration. And I know so many. It is not about, if you have an understanding from all these big Rhetors, let me talk about, you discover that this is not just about the money. Now we discover that there are places where registration was about 250, some 500. Now we have 20,000. What would this 20,000 naira do for you? For you to join the community of the what we call the Crado Executive. The 20,000 naira afford you the company's ID card, and of course a branded t-shirt. I believe, did you show something of that? Okay, I'm rightly ahead of you because having challenges with that. Thank you. Okay, yeah, no, yes, thank you. So why? Because if we tell you we are selling value, we are not just selling land. There must be something, there must be a system in place that helps you connect. When you say you have a goal and there is a step to achieving that goal, that's objectives. Now, for you to get to where you want to go, there are certain little things that you should do. And these are some of those things you do. And this is a system that will help you, because without it, it will be difficult for you. And every time you hear us talk about it, it will look as if we are just talking and you may not understand what we are talking about. And how do I achieve these things will become an issue for you. And one of such ways, don't forget, we talk about the Reuters Canals, the Reuters, the Cradles executives. Then we talk about Club 1000. Now, let me talk about briefly on this one. The Club 1000, when you want to do this, you will require a membership fee of 50,000. And of course, okay, are you there on the, but thank you. I think you can just see what we are on the same page now. Permit me. Let's do the first paragraph about Club 1000 together. One to go. Club 1000. Let's do it together. Okay, it's off. Oh my God. Okay, it's back again. Okay, about Club 1000. Can you see it? Come on, what's happening? Okay, if you do it again, I will just continue so I don't take your time. Okay, let me just continue. Club 1000 is a membership platform funded by the Board of Authorities, designed for small business owners, aspiring real estate entrepreneurs, and driven individuals looking to grow business and wealth creation. If you listen to me, Kayla, you discover I talk about this in the process. Okay, we are also saying that if you're ready to grow your business in every area of your life, of course, Club 1000 is the right place for you. Then just become a member. Use 50,000 naira to do your registration, and of course, you will have access to trainings, of course, that cut across all aspects of businesses or personal development. We are keen, and one of that thing about it's not just the boss of our bosses being dynamic. One of the reasons that make him so dynamic in his personal life and his business is that they drive for personal development. The drive for personal development. The drive for personal development. It's not about degree. We're talking about degree. We are playing with it. We're talking about training that shows you how things are done, that make you look, you attend the class and make you look as you are practically in the field and you have experienced it. And you bring the 50 years of people into your palm and hand within 5 hours. This is what we're talking about. And that when you test the river and you don't have any shaking. So you want that your business, leadership, finance, and more, please, we encourage and recommend that you join Club 1000. And of course, by the privilege and opportunity given by the boss of our bosses, I'm currently the director of Club 1000. So that means you have so much to learn and to talk about that one. Thank you for clapping for me. I like that. Clap for me if you are clapping for me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, boss. You make that happen.
I have just 45 minutes here, and I pray we make good use of the 45 minutes. Now, we're going to start by saying, by the way, I want to say thank you to Pastor Thursday. That's a wonderful one. I also want to say thank you to the organizers of this program. That's the director of Spread the Word International. That is not everyone is I want to say thank you for putting this stuff. I want to say thank you for putting this stuff together. Now, most of you are not aware that most of the programs we'll be doing for the past 4 months, all right, I've not really been involved. And that's to let you know that we are growing. Okay, I was talking to someone and he said, "Oh yeah," I said, "No, the office is doing it. All right, the office is doing it. all the things you know that you're growing, or you can use to scale your growth, right, is the ability to handle certain responsibility to your people and watch them, all right, creating the result. Okay, so I want to say thank you to Ms. Efe. We don't dance together for a long time. Yes, and also the director of media, Ms. Peace. Please let's dance together for her. Thank you. Wow. So let's start. It's real estate masterclass, and I know that we all have questions when it comes to real estate. We all have questions, or when it comes to real estate. The reason why we don't want to buy land, or the reason why people are skeptical of buying land. Alright, however, I heard Ms. Efe telling us about real estate, and she said one profound word. She said real estate is the land and any other thing that is consistent on that land. Okay, yes, so a supermarket on land is real estate. Alright, a mechanized agriculture on the land is real estate. People buy the land, not the building. Okay, so the building loses value from the first day you move into it. The building start losing value, but the land, alright, will keep increasing in what? In value. So when it comes to real estate, the most important thing is the location.
Alright, is the location. The most important when it comes to real estate is the location. Now, this is one thing that fascinates me a lot when I have conversation with people. Remember, if I say that we have over 220 clients already patronized, so that means I'm telling you that I've had conversation with more than 1,000 persons. How many of you understand what I'm saying? Okay, because the proper definition of marketing, the code is 1041, which is the rule 1041, meaning for every 10 persons you meet, you every 10 persons you have 4 invites for conversation. Okay, and you have Pastor Blessing, good to see you, and you have 1 buy, you close up on deal. So if I have 200, if as today we have 220, that means we'll have conversation with more than 1,000 persons in the city. Okay, and most of those persons will always tell you is bush. I cannot go there. We cannot go there. All of us cannot come and go there. I'm not sure you understand what I'm saying. But they fail to understand that the most important thing is what? Is the location. If you want to make money in real estate, is the location. The location is very, very important. Leave it or take it. You might come to this place again in the next 20 years or in the next 10 years, and this mall will not be here and something else will be here. What do you think the person came to buy? Is it the mall? The land, the location. All right, I love that place. You love the place, yes, but there is more there. Give them an offer. Bring down the mall. Let's do something. Because this same place 5 years ago used to be what? Houses, people are living here. Okay, because my office has been here for over 5 years. Okay, people, then we have a mosque. And somebody came out from one place, Wiki, and said, no, let's take the mosque somewhere else. Everybody here, yeah, move out. And even the one that feels to get not to move, Ogene has to shut down the business, the filling station there. Why? It is the location. What is it fighting for? The location. And all of a sudden, he cleared everything and decided to bring up this mall. That's why one person will come one day again and say, bring down the mall. They are all fighting for this location. So when we focus on real estate, we should be focusing on location, not the building, not the fantastic building. That is all good, but the location is the most important thing. All right, so I'll start by answering this question. When you hear the word real estate, what is that difficult question that you want to ask? about real estate. Can I have the second mic? Can I have the second mic? It's a master class, and this is the reason why we are all here. Believe me, if you miss this one, you just go home and start. All of a sudden, listening to somebody like Dr. Stephen Akitayo has made me gather a lot of momentum and courage and grace. Somebody told me one day, so you have mind though. I was having meeting with I was opportunity to have meeting with some share members, big boys in Shell, and when we're talking, I just told them, sir, if people stop working today, the money that you save, the one you've invested that you think you have, how long do you think it will last you? And they looked at me, where did this guy have this goals from? I said, yeah, because I want to know. I want to know. Because over time, I've come to understand that even the some people we say they are wealthy, we say they are rich, we say they are this, they are not. When you want to talk about ratio, let me be sincere to ourselves. Let us go straight to the point. Don't misquote me. There are wealthy people in this country. They are wealthy people. But the wealthy ones are the ones that you don't even see. You see them, but you don't know them. How did they leverage on their wealth? How did they grow their wealth? How did they multiply their wealth? It's a question that a lot of persons don't ask themselves. How do you multiply your wealth? So it all starts from this place right now. So what do you want to ask? What is your question about real estate? Who is the first person? I will take the mic around because we need to just ask questions about real estate. Somebody should answer me. You want to, this is a masterclass, so feel free to answer any question. All right. You want to start up real estate? This is a masterclass. Come on, answer me any question on real estate. All right. We'll have somebody from the back. Okay, all right, okay. How do you, if I get your question right, what are the things you need to consider or look at or in terms of location before buying the land? Am I right, sir? Okay, now first of all, when you want to buy a land, all right, and you're looking at getting a good location, okay. The first thing you should look at first of all right, is the infrastructure around that land that you want to buy. The infrastructure around that land that you want to buy. Okay, then you focus on the government present. One of the people that make land appreciate very fast is the government. Very, very fast. Very, very fast. Okay, yes, it's the government. Okay, very, very fast. For the sake that, how many of you know real estate is a vehicle? Another thing again you need to also consider is, where is the real estate vehicle going at that time that you want to buy? Sir, can you hear me? But you ask yourself two questions. Okay, now that I want to buy this land, am I buying it for investment or I'm buying it for what? Development. If it's an investment, then focus on what I'm saying now. If it's for development, sir, is anywhere you want to buy. If you say it's inside Bundu water side, you want to go and buy the land, just buy and build. Is this not for you, or you don't can stay? You love Bundu where you want to stay there. Or I love GRA too, where I want to stay in GRA. Or I love whatever. I have a client that has over 11 to 20 plots with us. Okay, but yet she said she lives for investment, and she said, I want to build house in OGRA. That has been her dream. All right, and last month she called and said, hey, I've gotten a land in OGRA, I want to start building. That is our development for our personal use. Because for development, it is you alone that knows the kind of house you want. You know what you want to build. You know what you need from your family. All right, but when it comes to investment, you don't determine the location, and this is where a lot of us are getting it wrong. You want to invest in land, and you want to determine it. Now you consider those infrastructure and know where is the real estate market going to. Let's take a little bit drive on real estate vehicle in River State. All right, a quick one. There was a time where First, thank you. That was the time where the market was where OGRA, when OGRA and Amadi Flat were hot cake in River State, because the white men were there, the big boys who knows who is who in this town. Sorry, I'm a little bit rascal when I'm trying to get some knowledge. Okay, I can do anything to get knowledge. Okay, that was the time that's where the market was that time. Okay, the vehicle was there, but funny enough, the vehicle left that place, all right, and went to GRA summer, and went back to where? To Sanford, Brooklyn, and everybody was buying Brooklyn, Sanford, Brooklyn, went there. So people were going to Brooklyn, and when he left Brooklyn, straight to where? Why they were doing Brooklyn, people are saying, oh, the road, is the mud, is the mud, no. They moved there to where? To Odili Road. Okay, they moved to not really in a car, say, it was fair before even in a car. You see the movement, that's the vehicle moving. Now, it not depend on the first set of people that arrive there first. That will not determine if the place will be for the high ticket people or for the low enders. It not depend on the first set of people that arrive first. So if everybody that we have in this location are people that are building face me and face me, I face you, just know that the land will appreciate to a certain point and will remain there. So the only thing now, when you want to now start investing in real estate, when you invest, I already sorted this other one you enjoy yourself. When you want to invest and you're looking for a good location, first of all, consider the infrastructure that will be there, okay, the government presence that will be there, and most especially, if it's that land is on a federal road, watch it. Let me give an example in River State. All right, and a car right now is selling for. In fact, even now that some real estate company has even gathered courage to start selling a car for 10 million. All right, and 11 million. Am I right? Okay, and Obikwe Road, where OPM those areas is selling for 30 million. But when Obikwe Road was selling for 2 million, and a car was selling for 4 million. When Obikwe will now manage clamp, get for 3 million, and the car was selling for 4 million. And then the car moved to 5 million because the real estate was there. They've started talking about it. When Obikwe now try get to 10 million, and the car was 5 million. 15 million, and the car was there. 20 million, there. 25, they are seeing there. I'm talking about what the real estate has. I'm not talking about the indigenous now. All right, when I'm talking real estate, sir. I'm not talking about energy. Now, they are not even fighting out to, they're not, 10. I don't know if you know the difference. The difference is very simple. All right, the difference between these two places, is for the states. And the people that came first are the low ticket people. The people that went first to this other one are the high ticket people. And it's on a major federal road. The same way that will make big boys to say, big boys say, oh, we're tired of going to what they call the Gulf Estate. Let's just stop here at Napa Money. No need for us to enter town. All right. The same way they will not say, no need for me to go to this side. Let me just stop at this side of this airport road as I'm coming. I'm not sure you understand what I'm saying. Yes. So now you now have to consider all these things. So when you get there the first time, you might not like it. Believe you me, you will not like it. You will not like it. This is a confusing part. You will not like it. It doesn't look what you want, okay? But if you can stay for a period of time, all right, then it will turn to what you need. All right. So when these two are there, all right, the rest is an history. Then you can watch your property appreciate over time. All right. Another question. Did I answer your question, sir? You're good? All right, thank you. Next one. Okay. All right, 1, 2, 3. I'll give it to him. Then after. All right, thank you. All right, thank you. Okay. Did your question similar to his own? Okay, no, so let me answer it. It's a master class. Let's stop. Okay, now I'm going to answer that your question and I will stop one part. Okay, the part I will not answer. I'm sorry, sir. All right, I have a mentorship class that right now will just increase. I just increased that fee. All right, yeah, but that is not why. All right, this is a master class. So I'll answer. I will try my possible to answer the ones I can answer. The ones I cannot, you have to register for that. Okay. And by the way, this class is not for you to register for anything. I'm only just telling you. Okay, things that's for sure. Let me start with how do you locate or identify the right properties? Okay. All right. First of all, you need to understand something. What did I say when I was teaching the business growth strategy? What did I say? I said failure is what? Is a feedback, right? Not the final destination. Okay. I will answer your question, but number one, if you step into the business with that idea, you will fail. Number one, you will fail. You will fail because see, whether you like it or not, all right. Whether you like it or not, all right, there will be an issue one way or the other. One way or the other. When you're into real estate, the first thing you need to understand if you must succeed, all right, you must learn to have an open hand. You know what that means? That if I enter any community, how do you make friends with these people? All right, how do you make friends with these people? With money. So if you enter into real estate, you want to run a company, you want to do whatever you want to do, you say, okay, real estate is what I want to go. You need to have an open hand. The first thing you do, you should be careful about is this. Once you see the land, all right, once you see the land, okay, let's leave the family people aside now. Once you get the land, all right, you do your charts. All right, take it to the ministry, tell your surveyor to do the coordinate, go to the ministry to chart the land. Once you do that and you discover that it's not under any government reserved environment, all right, or government does not have any road crossing there or coming back or doing whatever, number one is that is the first mark. That one now, you're good to go. Okay, then when you're having conversation with this family, if it's a community, you have to be very careful. All right. Now, the community disadvantage is the fact that when you're having meetings with all of them, two persons have their own way of transactions. So all of us have agreed, yes, these two go back to say they think are the food. You will face that in communities. Another thing again in community is this, that everybody will want you to talk to them personally, which is not possible, but you have to go through that stress. All right. When we started, we are also into that, our first two properties. Okay. But at the time we say no, we're dealing with individual families. So when if I'm having transaction in real estate and I'm talking to the people, but sometimes people think I'm very gentle and calm. Ask my staff when I'm doing a transaction with these people, I don't take it lightly. It's like I'm bringing gun and I'm bringing sugar. It's like spiritually, you have gun, you have sugar. Yes, okay, whatever one you choose. If you choose this one, we'll deal with it. If you choose this other one, anyone you choose out of the two is peaceful because you don't go easily on those people. You don't go there and try doing, no, sir, no, ma'am. But it's more easier when you're dealing with a family. I'm not sure you understand what I'm saying. It's more easier when you're dealing with what? Family than when you're dealing with community. You understand? Now, when you're dealing with family, as long as, remember I said the first thing, you do your search, okay, and you notice that the land is free, okay, then you now have conversations with them. Have your conversations with them professionally, okay, and do not give them 100% of the money the first day. This is supposed to be my master class. You're supposed to be paying for this information right now. Oh, you're supposed to be paying. How did I get to this point? How? How did I get to this point? Okay, yeah. So you don't do that. You don't do that from the first day. You know what you're trying to do? Because the moment money enter their hand, people will rise up from anywhere. Yeah. That's when you will now know the person that is coming back to say, no, this one belongs to, no, this one belongs to, no, this person is lying. Now we get that. This one, you see, so that little sugar you dropped that gather the ants will be what will now attract everybody. But let me tell you, you must be master at that game. You must be master at the game. If you're not a master, you lose everything. But you should also understand is you go with that mindset that you will not lose anything. Let me give an instance, okay? He is our client, that handsome, beautiful guy over there. Okay, please let's put our hands together. See, I'm only all our clients. They are the reason why we're celebrating 3 years. That's the person close to you, sir. That handsome guy here. Okay, now do you know? I'm going to this is an example to mark your cooking. When that's our Magwa land, the Magwa land I told you that we want to start developing now. Okay, and we say we're building 200 units. Okay, when we got to that land, all right, it was through an agent. That's why I say you have to be very careful. Okay, it was through an agent, and you need to gather enough stamina. You see, stamina to stand. Stamina to stand. Where the whole noise is going, you're seeing standing. Is one of the major things you need to get. That you don't have that attack overnight. And you learn to be free with your mind. As I say, this particular class is actually for, I don't know how you answer this question, but let me try. I give liberty for everybody to answer question, but you have to have that stamina. Okay, so we were introduced to that land July 17th, all right, 2024. The moment we entered the land, they took us around the land. Good location, perfect location, but this we're dealing with some members of the community. And they are just there, and we entered the land. Perfect land, wonderful land. Wow, this thing is lovely. So what do we do about this land? And we did our first commitment. Okay, and just not to 2 months. After the 2 months, I'll be a month. I was just relaxing, and my staff called me and said, "Sir, they sent us a letter." Who sent a letter? A lawyer saw me. I said, "Hannah laughed." When I called the guy, you know what I told him? I said, "Now, wow, you never allow me make I even stay almost 5 years for real estate. So because they send me letter, wait till happen again." That is the first approach I gave to that letter. The first approach I gave to that letter. All right, then we had a meeting. But first of all, I have to consider what would I lose or what would I benefit if I dance with these two games. You need to place your option on the table. If your brother paid 3 times, it does depend on the option he has on ground, which is only a good one. If you know the problem is better than you don't know the problem at all. If you don't know the problem, they will keep breaking your fence. So it's better you know the problem and know how to tackle the problem. And guess who? And guess why this thing is this thing? It's not even much. But this person is the former commissioner of land and housing. His name is Ezunye. He's the former commissioner. So when I had a meeting with him, I said, "Okay, sir, so what do you want?" And I placed an option. I said, "This property will make me billions, and I'm not ready to let it go." What's the plan? What's the plan? Community, and I know the owner of this land, but look at where the knowledge will come in. But I'm going to give you people 50% of anything I paid in Zuni. We all had a meeting. I find out the history of the land. So their forefather was the one that ate the money. So no problem, we'll not go allow and go like that. But we'll give you 50%. And we'll give you people, and Ozunye, you take your 100% now, but we'll give you some 50%. So we pay 1.5. Who is this person now? So meaning we pay 1.5%, right? Yes. But why do you think I risked it? From Eneka to Obirikwere Road to all entire Ishopo, that is the only land that has a gazette. And if your land has a gazette and the government want to come do anything there, you are going to be negotiating twice. See your food, they can come and compensate you. But the gazette, people will having conversation. How much you will pay me, how much will not pay me. So I saw that as a weapon for me to make my money as many times I want to make my money. And now I have the commissioner on my side. I have the community on my side. But look at the funny trick. Because of that, I did not pay what they call that Ominala. Bring cow, bring this, bring that. I did not do that. So from Ozuoye, I'm an hero. From the community, he's our hero. You see the idea now? So what happened? What about if I just run away? What happened? I don't understand my point. Yes, but you have to now look at it on the that I say you need to gather stamina, because the problem is just here. What you just need to do is just put that sugar, let everybody gather, then the real owner will come out. But even when the real owner come out, the last thing you want to do in real estate is to go court. People are saying, hey, Usu, the last thing, because that land might be in court for you go, your great grandchildren will go, everybody will go, and nothing will happen. So you always come to dialogue to say, at this point, what do we do? And this is where sometimes, if you know you're here and you have any property in any real estate company, sometimes when things like this pop up, all right, you need to give them time to work on it. It's just a minor thing. But ours was already done before we even start selling, because it was something that happened fast. So now we know, oh, this is the person, and we started working. Then, of course, we did the search, and from the search, the Zonye name is there. I don't know if you understand my point. So those already now help us to know this is what. If you go to Omagua, and I think we already was selling a plot for 7 million. Don't come and tell me this other person is selling for 3. It's not my business. No, oh come on. I think they were the lucky people. They were among the lucky set of people that bought for 2.5 or so. So you need to understand that. Discover the problem first, and how do you do that? It's just to drop the sugar. Okay, and that's why most times we also advise people to say it's better you buy from a real estate company. You know why? Because a real estate company has the capacity to handle. They play with numbers. You cannot play with numbers if you have just 2 plots. You see the difference? So I cannot just lose 1,000 plots. I can say, okay, I'll use 50 plots or 100 plots. So when I'm telling them I'll give them 50%, you could imagine where I've calculated that 50% from. I know I want to do that just to tell them, oh, sorry, your father don't eat. I'm not going to just take small you put on a mouth. But if you see the agreement me and those guys signed, if I show you the paper that if one block fall, they will give me 5 times the money I pay for entire land. How will anybody go there? So that's our agreement. No, this is where the action are coming. If one block touch the ground, you people will give me 5 times the money I paid for this entire land. Yeah. We signed, but it's also saved me community goats, community cow, community. But whether you like it or not, you must give them those things. It's cultural. You must give them. Then what did I not do? And I gave them 10,000 naira. They bought during the headers, and they went to the place. Of course, you will not go with them. They say that is the culture. If you know John, you know go succeed for the land. Oh, you people can do your culture. And they did that. Okay. And now we're saying that we want to start doing our first 200 units there. Why? Because of that simple idea to put together. Okay. Thank you. Please, disclaimer, if you're going into it, you need to acquire more knowledge about that. All right. Thank you. All right. Where's the mic? Thank you. Did I answer your question, sir? Did my answer make sense to the question? It makes sense? All right. Okay. All right. Thank you. I was answering where is he? All right. So go ahead. Yeah, thank you. Okay. Now, when it comes to that point, that part is also depend on the environment. Okay. Now, remember, for those of our clients that have property in places like Abara and Odogwa, you will know that it's land banking. Okay, now what's the benefit of land banking? And by the way, we should understand that there are different ways you can make money in real estate. It's not just by buying and owning land. All right, that's a different way. So we have different ways you can make money in real estate, which land banking is one of them. Okay, because we have commercial real estate, we have residential real estate. Okay, we have Airbnb, which is fixed. We have Airbnb, which is the short-let apartment you're seeing now. We have what we call flipping. Okay, I'll take time to explain some of that. We have what we call flipping. Okay, now if you're going into something like Airbnb, all right, now the first thing you should also consider, like, but I said something earlier, I said when it comes to real estate, okay, as long as you're not buying your personal house to build, every other strategy is the location that determines what you want to do, not you that determine the place. Okay, it's the kind of investment. For instance, if I want to develop, sir, all right, and I know I want to develop, okay, I cannot buy a property somewhere like GRI, so I want to keep it to appreciate, to not appreciate to anywhere again. I'm not understand what I'm saying. You cannot not appreciate. Where appreciate to where? How? All right, because you need to understand that the more your land appreciates to a certain point, all right, you now need institutions to buy it from you or company, because individual might not be able to raise that funds immediately. There are properties in GRA that they want to put out, but because of the price, it has been there for years. Not that somebody will not buy it. Okay, until maybe you now get someone that wants to use it for hotel or something, someone that wants to use it for maybe short-let apartment or something, and come and say, okay, bring it down and let's do something. Okay, that you can develop. Okay, it's not safe to keep it anymore. You can do Airbnb, you can do residential real estate, you can do your short-let apartment, whatever you want to do there, you can do there. Okay, now, but if you're buying in an area of maybe like land banking, okay, like land banking, right? You don't need to go and do anything. Yours is just watch it appreciate for you. Okay, and the reason why we want to even start developing in Omagwa is because we want to drive sales. Remember I said 1,000. So imagine that we're just working on 100. You see how many left? Eh? Okay, and we start to sell 400. We see how many left? You see that those one will be multiplying, be going for us. Don't be surprised that in the next 20 years we're still selling, if guys carry, we're still selling land there. How much will it be by that time? So you see the strategy we're using. I'm just only opening how you multiply your money just keep growing for you. And why you think you're creating generational wealth through that process? You understand my point? Okay, so if you're getting in places like this, all right, this South African says, okay, let me leave it out, because the moment you build on it, sir, okay, if you go to a place like Omagwa to build, who want to come and appreciate you? Who want to come and nobody? Okay, but let's assume that in the next 2 years, you develop in a place like Omagwa, you start making money, but the money will not be that much. Just depend on how the estate is designed. I don't understand me, but you will make money, whether I like it or not. Okay, but you need to now design a system where you don't. So when you have the opportunity now to buy when it's less, when it's low, all right, don't buy more, don't buy one. You can buy like 6, okay, which is 1 acre. You can buy like 10. You can buy as many that you want to buy. So when development time comes, you now start taking it bit by bit and making your money as you're going. Okay, so finally your question has to do with the location you are talking about. The location will determine if I want to build now or if I want to leave it. And so most of our clients in Odogwa or Magwa, most of them will sell their properties. Once they appreciate a certain point, they will sell it and they will leave. But they are leaving it there for what investment. And you can also use land banking as cash flow. So you can say that every 5 years, alright, if I have 10 plots, I sell 5, use the money, divide it to take out to go for another 3 days again and buy again and another one to go. 5 years, I keep having this cash flow, okay, coming in. So that will say if you must sell at all in land banking, you must keep it for at least 5 years. Understand, sir? Okay. Did I answer your question, sir? Alright, thank you, sir. Alright, sir, you have a question? Alright, please. Any other person again? Any question concerning land? Please, if you answer me that kind of deep question that will make me pull out something from inside, I'll just take my fee for the hand immediately. You don't need to go back where I have to go. Alright. All right, thank you. Okay, disclaimer again. I love when we're going to be saying disclaimer, because most of the things I'm going to be telling you now, all right, is something that if you want to venture in, you will need additional knowledge. Let's be sincere to ourselves. Okay, that's one of the reasons why you see me spending money 247 developing my ideas. The reason why I'm going to Qatar with Dr. Silva, because we want to launch our site in Kenya, and I need to go and learn how that market is working. I was talking to someone that from Qatar, I will just go straight to Kenya. Why? I need to have that exposure. I need to understand how the system here works. You know what? Work. Okay. Now let me answer your first question. The role of government is you cannot take it away when it comes to development. Because who are the people that create your roads? The government. Governments were the one that tears road. All right. Yes. Then the schools. The schools. Okay. So when government comes to your environment, all right.
And first thing they look at is to create road, to give you a good infrastructure that you can go about areas. All right. And that's why when you hear that government is creating a road somewhere else, how many of you know that it's not that this thing has left, that from October last year, from middle of last year till like last month, all what we're hearing is it close to the ring road? Is it by the ring road? Is it front of the ring road? Is it back of the ring road? Why? Because that is government road. And why we were shouting the ring road? Why must it be the ring road? So you see that for every area that ring road will cut across, that ring road alone has brought what? Development to that place. Just by the ring road. You understand my point? Just by the ring road. And that's why you do your search, because your search, when you go to buy in this rural area, it might be that government already designed that thing that year will become a road. Okay, this place will be a road, and you did not know the now one. So when they come back in the next 20 years to create their road, they will tell you need to leave this line, this road. You understand my point now? So once that search is out, so when they come, they create this thing for you. When people started selling about, why do we sell up? Why do we went about 2 years ago, 3 years ago? But because of the River State Faculty of Agriculture. That's why everybody was saying it's close to the school, it's behind the school, it's corner of the school, it's 5 minutes away from the school. Everybody's saying what? The school. It's supposed to go and check anybody, any real estate company that is selling land in Abara Ishii. You will hear it's close to the school, it's before the River State school, it's because you have to agriculture school. That is the government that is there. So they are number one people that makes an area appreciate what faster. You understand my point? Yeah. So that is it. Then the second one is this. There's a lot of ways you can make money. Alright? Now you need to also look at the environment and the people within the environment. That has to do with the environment now. Okay, you cannot go and do something of 5-star. Okay. How many of you know, let me sincere to ourselves, can you go and build 5-star hotel in somewhere like Job? Sorry for people that live in Job here. Will you go in Job and say you want to be I was born in Job, I love Job, oh Job is my life, and this 5-star hotel it must be in Job? Why? The environment. I love Nanka, you see that Nanka there, inside that Nanka, that area, that's why I want to go and put the 5-star hotel. You just tell yourself that I see one of these days, try it. When to just decide to visit Hyper City, the one at 10 minutes there, you will cry. The only people that come there are people that will take pure water and coke. Those children, they will just go take pure water and coke. So coke and pure water market is selling there. But you will not see people come to carry the ghost state powder. Yeah, but they are not those people. Mama Ikechi never go my own market, go buy the soup and the sheep. You will now come your own place. That is their mentality. You understand? So the location, like I said before, so you look at the people within that environment and ask yourself, this thing that I want to do now, okay, this thing, okay, can these people afford it? Because they are the ones there, sir. You cannot go and manufacture anybody anywhere. You understand? Yes, so look at it that way and try to make it work. But if they're already, that's why I told you, I said the people already in the environment. So depending on the first set of people that are going to that environment, it's the first set of people that enter that environment that will determine how big and how appreciating the environment will be. Alright? Does that make any sense? Alright, any other question again? Alright, thank you. Alright, where's the mic? Okay, I think she stay close. How many minutes do I have left? Alright, thank you. I will need you people to be closer so I'll know what I have. Okay, first of all, we need to know more about the environment first. We need to know more about the environment. Now, the environment, we see the words, I will not know to say, okay, this and this and this. Okay, but by the way, I think concerning that question, both of us can talk about it later, because I need to understand how the environment is before you can, because the same thing that works here might not work there. You need to understand also. That's why I say some of all these things, you need to get more knowledge, because the environment, what works for you might not work for the next place. You understand my point? Alright, thank you. So you have a question, sir? Okay. Any other person that wants to answer the question again? So Collins will wrap you. You sure? Alright, thank you. Alright. Okay. Shall I tell you say, please, this person go back this time my master class. I'm very sorry, sir. Okay, I'm not here to talk about financing. Okay, if you want to, you have to register. That part is come on. I don't preach register. He has another one. Sorry, that particular question, alright, is for people that wants to go into the business properly, and you have capacity, like I said before, you should. Okay, and I think it was last month I increased. Okay, my mentorship one-on-one class is 10 million naira. We're not begging you to pay. Okay, but we're not saying if you must want to. But we have a platform for Club 1000 that you can join. There are people that you can talk about. That one we can. We'll have this one-on-one class you do, okay, twice a week. Before, Club 1000 was free. I don't know why we now decided to put money on it, but that because of the value. Before it was free, but we decided to say registration is 30, then we do subscription. Okay, but you can talk to the office, okay, for that. If after 5 years you want to sell, first of all, if you don't, that's why I talked about you buy from a real estate company, okay? If you don't have buyer or on your own, okay, the company can sell it for you, depending on the real estate company, okay? Like ours is after 3 years we can sell for the individual, okay? Now we sell it according to the price that the property is selling at that time. Then the company will only take their 15% and give you the rest balance, okay? But if you have your own person, okay, it's just for you to bring the person, sell the land, do change of ownership, and that is all. Okay? Yes, and that is all. There is no middle ground about it. But for the reason for this class, okay, now every class has a purpose, right? The reason for this class is called the Real Estate Master Class. So meaning I'm talking to people that want to have a shift in their real estate line, okay? You want to build your real estate portfolio, you want to do more in real estate, okay? Maybe probably you're looking at the time you can now start running your own real estate company. Right, thank you. Okay, in again. When you hear the word commercial, what is the first thing that will drive into your mind? What is the first thing that will drive into your mind? Right? Okay, general, business, and the rest, right? Okay, now, when you're talking about commercial real estate and you want to do commercial real estate, let's listen to this part. This part. You know, it all depends on the kind of commercial real estate you want to do, and the environment is very important. How many of you notice that hospitality business is not really too good in D-line? How many of you notice? Does not stand the test of time in D-line. You notice? You don't. No, why not? Yeah, D-line. This is our D-line here. So you now look at, if that is what I want to do, if that is what I want to do in this environment, I'll tell you why. D-line is very lonely at night. D-line does not have enough parking space. No hotel in D-line has enough parking space. It's just landmark. And landmark just escape from no in between thing. I don't understand it. The other ones, okay, but if you go there, you see a lot of law firms everywhere. In fact, they've taken over everywhere in Dina. That is their headquarter of law firm. If the lawyer just say, come and clean the office, just you got D-line do something else. Okay, now so you now look at first of all the business you want to do and the environment that suits your kind of business. For instance, I want to do Airbnb. You cannot go to D-line to do Airbnb. I'm sorry, sir, it will not sell. The question is not about you now. It's about the people that wants to come and the environment. If you go to something like Odili Road, come on, people are coming. You stand GRA, yeah, guys are coming. You want to go to somewhere like Tansamadi, somewhere like Womasi, yeah, you waste your money. It's not your family members that will be coming. At the time, you're not starting them to go and just go and steal, just go and cash your phone, okay? So it's the environment, like I said again, that will determine the kind of business you want to do and what you want to build there. Ladies and gentlemen, do you have any other question or we want to call it over? Okay, first of all, do you think that you do not waste your time in this place? Do you think so? You didn't waste your time. That was value. That was value. That was value, right? So every time you see that, so in terms of value, okay, we're going to be having, I'm going to be having, by the way, we turned 3 years and I'm so excited, very, very happy. I'm very, very happy, very, very happy. 10 years is something for me. Okay, this morning I was just pondering over it for 4 years, 3 years. How? I've never been so, no. But 2 years have taught me so much. 2 years have taught me so much. How to back up on some of my clients, 1 or 2. But the ability to come back to say, I'm sorry. You know what I learned? Even this our lovely client here. One thing I learned is the ability to come back to say, you know, you cannot run a business so I have, how they call it, how they call that thing when you decide to pass the anger to the next the next person, that's just very attention. It has taught me a lot. Sometimes I'm talking and my staff will say, my media director says, sir, see, you've changed a lot. I said, yes, sir. Yeah, because all our clients taught me that how to be patient, how to listen to people, and how to take the right thing, to suit to do the right thing. So I want to say thank you to every single person. Thank you. Thank you once again to everyone. Thank you. And we're going to do more. We will do more. Like I said, we will do more. Before the end of this year, we will launch the Kenya. Before the end of this year, we will launch our property in Qatar or so. Alright, it's part of the planning already. But we're not going to sell that. There's no land in this area. There's no land in this area. Is the beauty, is all that we're going to be working on. But I want to say thank you. All of this was made possible because of the people. Most especially our clients. You know, sometimes the way they talk about me outside, Jesus, when I'm not hearing my own self, the way a client is talking to someone, will say, go, anything that happened, come and hold me, don't hold me, come and hold me. I'm not saying, did he tell that? He said all those words, so I can't tell you more. The trust and the belief for me is something I cannot put together in words. Look at Papa there. After Papa bought 2, he came back again after 1 month and 2 months. He said, I want my picking, I need to put this for here again. I don't know what to say. So we don't know what to say. We just don't know what to say. But the of my heart, I tell every client of the world, the 220 persons, I'm saying, thank you for your trust. Thank you for your belief. Thank you. You don't understand. Let me tell you, you don't understand. We were going through I was going through my iCard this morning. I discovered about 203. There's only 3 clients that we had argument with. 3. Just 3. Out of 202, tell me if that is not so. It's what? So you see that when I'm saying thank God, I'm saying 3. issues, 3, there were arguments with 3. And I will say, I just want to tell you it's not God. It is God. I will do more. I will do more. I want to say, say thank you to everyone. Thank you to everybody. There's some information the office people like to give to some of you. We're going to do a lot of celebration. This month is going to be a whole month. We're going to be celebrating some of our celebration. We're going to celebrate some of the oldest client that we have engaged. Like people like Papa there, we pay them a special visit. We have about 3 of them. Okay, we pay them a special visit. Our clients have, I will already talk about the first 5 clients that recognize us in the movie. You don't understand, just 1 month, nobody has come to say, send me a I'm always sorry somebody just dropped 700,000 from where the person is in UK. There's a problem that recognize us in UK. Today the person don't even know where the land is stand. But that is a joyful part of it. That we call the client that bought property from us have not completed his payment for after 2 years. Yes, one of them after 2 years we call him back and say, sir, our policy is no client who lost their money in our property. Do you want us to refund the money back or what do you want us? But we trying to call is not, we don't know what happened, but his child, the man is not picking, the line is not going, everything. My staff will start saying, keep calling this number every day. If it doesn't send message, if the day by mistake is somebody is always happening, how will it happen now? I won't send them money and I did not complete it. It takes strength to do that. It takes strength to do that. What's the total amount we're giving to Ratos so far? Can I get the total figure? Listen, Phil, what's the total figure that we're giving to Ratos so far? No, that's the total. Is more than shared. Are you saying of this month alone? For 2 months. Oh, we did that for 2 months. Okay, I needed everything together. But I'm not too sure. But I know that so far the company, not just us having the benefits, not just us having the benefits. Okay, but we're giving out for these 3 years. I'll get the real details so I can post it out. But I think it's more than 20 million. I don't want to exaggerate, I just say it's more than 20 million. These are people that are also benefited from what we have benefited from. It's more than 20 million. We're giving out more than 20 million. My joy is the fact that what I am doing is touching people, okay? And this month and next month, we're doing the 60 days challenge. Okay, now this one, please, is for a serious-minded people. You're not paying for it, it's free. Okay, the 60 days challenge. For those of you that say you want to start up your real estate business, so let's start the battle from here. This one, we can start. Now, this 60 days challenge is simple. We officially launched this challenge on Monday evening. We're going to be having a meeting twice a week for 60 days. Okay, now how does that work? For this 60 days challenge, okay, for the focus of this challenge is in our property in Omagwa. Omagwa is our site for the month. Okay, we focus on Omagwa. Number one benefit is this: even though the fact that we have the fact that at the end of the day we're giving a new brand car as for the winner, but this is the first challenge there. This is the first benefit. The first benefit is you will come to know more in real estate because I'm going to be having these classes with you. Alright? If you talk to someone, the person reacts, you want to answer anything that has to do with real estate. So we're taking real estate from scratch. That is like for my master class for me, for you. Scratch from Monday till the end of 60 days. And let me tell you, is my property will be selling. Will not be selling another person's property. Does that make any sense? Yeah. But to add to the fun of it, okay, for every property you sell for us in Omagwa there, alright, you have 15% for yourself, 15%. Okay. Now, At the end of the 60 days, okay, for you to qualify for the car, okay, you must give out at least 10 plots. You must have at least 10 plots. 10. Your 10 plot can be for one person, can be for two persons, but at least it must be 10 plots out for the Omagua property. Alright, then you qualify for, okay, for the car. Okay, so at that point we now see the highest number. Alright, so we're working with numbers, we're not working with amounts. We're working with how many plots. Okay, but we're not going to be doing that alone. That's why we have ourselves together. We ask questions, we make ourselves push it down. Do not say I cannot do it. You want to build wealth? Ask me, how do I come 200 and so in just how many? It's because that's something we know. Alright? Yes, you cannot say you want to be wealthy in this time. The people that are eating money in this world today are people that knows how to talk. How did Aluku Dangote manage to get banks to fund his refinery? Is it because he just said that say my name is Aluku? That was details. You understand? That was details, benefit and everything attached to it. Okay? So for you to be part of it, you just scan, alright, and of course the office can answer more of that question. Alright? So I want to say thank you everyone for your time. I hope today was our time. Alright? Thank you for your presence. Thank you, Pastor. Pastor Blessing came all the way from Ghana. Jesus, Pastor, I don't know what to say. I'm so honored. I'm so honored. I want to say thank you. So, Pastor, at this point, I say a word I will close, Ali. So please come and close. But please, Pastor, come and close. Thank you. Alright, I want to say thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you for making my day. Thank you for listening to me. And I hope that I've added a little value to this meeting today. I want to say God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for the time of improvement that you've given to us. This is knowledge that's worth million. Thank you so very much. I want to say good afternoon here. And thank you for the opportunity of having you around. Just want to say just something very, very strategic. Something I think you should go with. You don't attain financial freedom by living below your means. That means you earn, for instance, 100,000 naira. That you only use 50 will not make you rich. But it's by increasing your investment. And also, financial freedom don't come through savings, but through investing in systems that pay you. Your being here today is very strategic. It doesn't matter where you are currently, you can strive to do better. You can do much more than you have ever done. The words that we've gotten from the boss of all bosses has been something that is worth millions of naira. The time we spent here also, I'm sure is very, very, very important to you. For you to give up that time to be here. Whatever you got from this session, stay with it. Increase your value, improve your personality, and use it judiciously. So once again, I'd like to say big thank you to the boss of all bosses. Thank you, sir, for the times you spend with us, the things you teach. I learned by experience that learning can happen even from a child. It depends on the mindset that you have. You are not a child, but what you're passing on are the things we should have gotten while we were 12, 15, 18, not at this old age. But God will help us. We will make good use of it. Thank you so very much once again. Can we kindly pray? Father, in the mighty name of the Lord Jesus, we thank you for this wonderful opportunity and the time we've spent here, the words we have received. Through words, men are made. They are created and they are transformed. The words we have received here, Lord, we thank you because they will not leave us in a hurry. We will make good use of them, and tomorrow we'll speak well of today. Thank you, God, for all that is set before us for the rest of the day and for the next few weeks. We thank you because, oh God, Cradle World, indeed, you have made Cradle World a force to reckon with, but it will become a lot more, and many will come to it to suffer. In Jesus' name, pray. And the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ, the love of God, the fellowship of the Holy Spirit, rest and abide with us now and forever. Amen.